Alright, in this one, just want to make a Bitcoin update, go over what has happened since my last larger term update, more macro update, I guess. And yeah, kind of go through what I'm looking at, mostly in terms of market structure, and pretty much go over this bit of price action that has happened since my last update. I had mentioned in a few videos that I was looking at this as a potential scenario where we form a range, we fall out of the range, break out of it, and then simply just form a little consolidation range right below the previous range. And a lot of times that can lead to an aggressive move back up through the range. I was looking at this as basically being the only hope, or the best hope at least, for us to continue with upside, considering that a lot of the market structures had flipped bearish. We had flipped this daily market structure bearish by breaking the last higher low, whichever one you want to consider the higher low. Doesn't matter. We broke bearishly. Yeah, we were in bearish 4-hour market structure as well. That plus the fact that Bitcoin seems to be, pretty overextended, if you want to say that. We've had a lot of aggressive moves to the upside without, really much retracement. For the most part, we just kind of consolidated in little ranges before these moves to the upside. So it is possible that, we're just consolidating here before another move to the upside, but it was starting to look likely that a larger retracement would be coming from the bearish breaks in market structure, but we also had bearish breaks in market structure back here. We broke daily market structure bearish, but then just kind of formed a little range here and got an aggressive move back up through the previous range and then went on to set new highs. And so far we have come up to put in new highs relative to this little range. We got to move back inside of the range, attempting to get acceptance back into this range, but so far we have just got rejected from the point of control. And I was looking at this on Bybit, so the fixed range is going to be a little different, but yeah, let's actually go over to Bybit. So yeah, since my last video, we just got a move up into this key area of resistance, the area around the point of control, the support resistance level I was looking at. And in general, this is just a very high volume area as well. It has the most volume inside of this range, and there's a good stretch of price action, about a few $100, where there's just a lot of volume. So I wasn't exactly just looking at this point of control, but more so just this whole area as being a high volume area. And we have seemingly got rejected from this area. So far we are holding inside the value area low, so that is good. We're seemingly finding a bit of support down at the lows of this range, so it is still possible that we end up getting acceptance back into this range and that we were just retesting the lows before getting a move higher. And that could actually be bullish. So far we are still in bearish market structure pretty much across the board. I just went through and marked out 1-hour structure, what I believe to be 1-hour primary structure, because I believe this 1-hour transition was primary structure. If you want to go from back here, we had a 1-hour transition here, and then yeah, we broke the last higher low or lower low back here. So continued the downtrend, and then we got the bullish transition right here. So this seems like a 1-hour primary structure. So following this structure, we had a bearish transition here, and we SFP'd the last lower high right here, continued the downtrend, but then got a bullish transition right here. And I would actually ignore this high because we did not get a transition there. I would just say that we went from the lower low to this higher high. Flipped bullish there, and I believe this is where we were at the last time I made an update. We were in bullish market structure. So since then, we have come down to put in a lower low relative to this higher low, breaking the bullish trend and beginning a downtrend here. And what has happened locally, we just SFP'd the last market structure point. So we SFP'd the last lower high, and that is not a break in market structure. In order to break market structure, in order to flip this downtrend bullish, we would need to, at least close a 1 hour candle above this last lower high. So we failed to do that. This is called a swing failure pattern, where you essentially just wick a market structure point, and it is basically a sign that the downtrend is not ready to break, and oftentimes it means that you'll get a move to the opposite market structure point to at least attempt to continue the downtrend. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you'll SFP a market structure point and then just kind of put in a higher low and then actually break market structure later. You could look at this and say, all right, so far it looks like the downtrend wants to continue, and until we either break this high, or if we SFP this low, that could be a sign that the downtrend is becoming weak. So if we get a move down here, but then we SFP this low, we don't close below it, that may be a sign that the 1 hour is wanting to flip bullish. But so far, we are still in a 1 hour downtrend. And I would say, unless we start to flip this 1 hour market structure bullish here, I would be less confident in this idea playing out, this kind of manipulation phase down below the previous range. I do not know if I would be, expecting a move back up through this range after kind of getting a failed attempt at it and then breaking down out of the value area low of the range, which let's actually pull this overall price action, see if it's the same on Binance. And yeah, it is about the same. So, if we start to continue this bearish market structure down past the value area low, I would probably be losing faith in this idea. But if we look at higher term market structure, there is something interesting if we come down to take out this low. So looking at 4 hour market structure, we right now we're just trading in between this market structure point and this market structure point. If this low came down to take out this low, if we had made a lower low here, then we would right now technically be in bullish market structure on this 4 hour. If we put in a lower low here and then we got this move to the upside, we would have broken the 4 hour downtrend, because taking out this low would then make this the lower high in the downtrend. And the same goes for the daily. If we took out this low, and if we still take out that low, it will move the market structure point on the daily and on the 4 hour down to the last lower high. So right now, if we come down to break this, then the lower high would be right here, and this actually could make for a bullish scenario where we either break market structure and then come up to essentially break the downtrend. That would make the market structure break on the daily much more achievable. We wouldn't have to actually come up to take out this high. So that is a possibility. Or if we come down to SFP this market structure point, either way, I think us coming down to that low, it still could be bullish, although we would be losing the value area low after rejecting from the point of control. That definitely wouldn't be looking too good. But it could make for a market structure shift on some of these higher time frames, and maybe that is what we need in order to kind of continue with this upward price action, if it's going to happen. So right now, pretty much the bullish scenarios I would be looking at would be us flipping 1 hour structure in this area, and then making another run at getting above the high volume area of this range. Then I think some of the higher resistance levels that we have up in this area are going to be much more achievable, or us coming down to hit this low and either SFPing it or maybe even closing below it, because like I said, that would move the market structure point to right here. Although a close down below this low would probably be bearish, it at least would move the market structure point a lot lower and make a transition much more achievable. And I mean, there is some support down in this area that we could potentially hold. There is like a little consolidation range in here. And maybe we even kind of do something like this where we break structure, come up for a lower high, break structure again, and then maybe we can get a transition much sooner rather than coming back up, to the point of control of this range. Maybe we can get it down below the range. So there's, still a few potential bullish scenarios, even if we start to lose this range and start to lose this low. And let's say we, are going to continue with this daily downtrend. Let's say this daily downtrend has a lot more, retracing to do. Like, we aren't done with this downtrend. In that case, I would really like the scenario where we come up to some of this resistance up here, even if we get a move up towards the highs of, this price action. So long as we don't, either take out this low before getting that move to the upside, or we don't close up above this high, then it still could be a daily lower high. So it is still possible that we just get a move up into this area, put in a lower high on the daily, and then continue with this daily downtrend. So if we see this kind of scenario, like if we hold this range, if we get another attempt at breaking this point of control and we're able to do it, and we start getting a move up towards some of the resistance that we have up in this area, then I will be looking at it as a potential lower high on the daily until we can close up above this high. And I think the 4-hour structure will be important here as well. The 4-hour market structure point is right here. So, ideally you probably wouldn't want to close up above this high either. But, I guess you could still do that and still technically SFP this point, and then the 4-hour wouldn't really matter that much. But I'm still going to be paying attention to this high as well. And, maybe if we SFP this high, then that could make for a lower high as well. So pretty much I'll be watching market structure here. And, if we get another move to the upside, then I'll potentially be looking at it as a lower high on the daily. All right, I think that's all I wanted to go over in this video. I should have another video going up later today, a trading New York Open video. So far, I took one nice trade this morning. We SFP'd this market structure point. I did not take this trade because I was asleep, and when I woke up, we weren't seeing absorption. We weren't seeing anything that made me want to take a trade here. But when we got this SFP of this high, and we began closing back below the 1-hour lower high, that is when I decided to short. And so far, I took profits down here. And I'm hoping that we kind of continue with this downtrend now. I'm hoping that we get another move back down towards these lows. Maybe SFP it, maybe kind of form like a Wyckoff thing here. That's what I'm hoping for right now. But so far I've just been waiting for price to do something. So if price hits some of my targets and I can continue managing my trades, and maybe it hits some of my other trade ideas, then that video will be up hopefully later today. If nothing happens and price action continues being boring, then it might take a little while for that video to go out. But I do go into this trade idea and some of my other trading ideas in more detail. So I'm hoping to get that video out later today. All right, well, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next video.